All right, good morning, YouTubers. Kind of a finished product here that I'm bringing you here today. I got a previous video when we had the trailer all stripped down and taken apart for purposes of, as I explained, the trailer is actually about 2 years old, and you know that underneath they always get all rusted out and this sort of thing. So I decided to blow the trailer apart, take the deck off of it, clean it all up, and POR the undercarriage to stop all the rusting and what have you, because usually these trailers come with some really crappy paint on them. Oh, they hardly paint them at all, really. But just to make it last a little bit longer. When I have stuff or I do stuff, I try, whatever I put together, I try to make it last for a very long time so that I don't have to do nothing else with it, you know, while it's in use. Gavin, why don't you throw open the garage door? I want to show everybody what it looks like outside right now. We got a little bit of snow going.
That's better.
Yeah, it's snowing right now. This is my my '84 Chevy. It's got a I don't know, before I bought it, somebody put an engine out of a stock car in it. Pretty nice truck. And the white one over there, that's a 79. Got a 383 stroker in it. The copper colored one, as a matter of fact, let me make a turnaround here. There's an engine sitting right over here. That right there is another 383 stroker. I'm going to put in that one. As you can probably tell, I'm a Chevy fan. And right there, you can't hardly really see it. It's not a good picture of it, but that's a short box step side 79 Chevy. And the motor that I pulled out of the copper colored one over there is going to go in the short box when I put the new stroker in the orange one, or the copper colored one. But anyway, like I said, this is our weather for today. There's a motor that I took out of the, what did we take that one out of? That one came out of the short box, yeah. Okay. So anyway, we're up here in Idaho. This is the kind of weather we're having here as of recent. We're about 3,200 feet here, and I like the winters here. I moved here from Minnesota. Anyway, go ahead and close up the hole, man. It's letting all the cold air out. As I've also explained, this is a Mavrick bad boy that we bought last spring. I've always had those riding tractor mower thing. We got 5 acres of land out here, and I don't know, last year, you know, the season went out to fire up the old tractor there, and it just started puking oil everywhere. So I thought, you know, I'm really getting tired of buying these, you know, $2,500 riding tractor mowers. So I went up and I bought, there's a bad boy dealer up here in Lewiston. That's a canopy that I put on there, by the way. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but yeah, I just wanted something a little more serious. I've had a, what is it, a 54-inch mower deck that I used to pull behind the ATV. We have ATVs, and we kind of beat that to death, really. So I just thought I'd try something a little more commercial, a little more professional, and I really liked this bad boy, so we grabbed this one here, and it kind of inspired us to I don't know, I just do things that way, man. It's painted the trailer to match the lawnmower, so people might notice while we're running around with our lawnmower, ask some questions. I've watched a lot of video on the Skags and the Toros and Ferris and all those, and to be honest with you, I really don't know a lot between the difference, you know, between them all. You know, this one has that feature, that one. I think it all depends really on the individual and how you go about doing things. But I'm exceptionally happy with this mower at the moment. I'm considering buying another one. We were talking about mowing some grass on the side. You know, buying one of these bigger mowers, you got a little bit of an investment there. And I see that some of you guys, you know, buy them, you know, purposely for, you know, going out and making money. I get the money making part, but, you know, for somebody like me, just a really nice lawnmower to mow my grass. Matter of fact, I didn't have it very long in the spring there, and I got somebody come by and asked me if I would come by and cut their grass, and I did. And of course, they paid me for that, and that's a little bit, you know, inspiration there. So I'm going to do a little fishing this spring and see how it all turns out. I got some racks coming for the side. You mount your weed eaters and stuff. I kind of look at it this way, not that we're not necessarily in the lawn mowing business, but if I can compartmentalize all my stuff, if you know what I mean, even for my own place, you know, I can shove this in the barn. All the weed whackers are there, and the chainsaws, and blah blah blah. Then all I have to do is back up to it with a pickup truck, take it where I want to unload, and everything is right there. Then when we're done, put it all back on the trailer and shove it back in the barn. I mean, if that's the way that it turns out, that's fine. Or if somebody wants me to come and do some yard work for them, you know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's what we're working on. This trailer here, you know, everybody has black trailers. I don't know. I get it. I get it. You get a little scratch on it, you just shoot some black paint on it. Well, I chose a color of paint that's available to everyone. And when my trailer, you know, being orange, obviously, gets a scratch on it, I can do the same thing. You know, I don't know what everybody loves about black so much. But, you know, all trailers look the same. Well, this one, I wanted my trailer to look a little bit, well, this is just one of my trailers anyway. But I have a car trailer. Yeah, I put some cool looking wheels on it. These are just wheels that I had laying around from different projects, and they happen to fit on this trailer, so I just bought a couple of tires, car tires, and put on there. Mower only weighs about 900 pounds, somewhere in that ballpark. So it's not a matter of how many ply on the tires, you know, that sort of thing. So, yeah. And this is my man Tucker over here. He's one of my slaves. Oh, yeah. And where's my man Gavin? My man Gavin over here. These are my two youngest sons. And basically, we just work here. This is just part of our shop. But this is where all the dirty deeds done dirt cheap gets done. You know, refurbishing things, fabricating things. You know, we got some welders over there. And of course, plenty of tools. We're not running out of tools. And yeah, this spring here, when it warms up a little bit, I got a car trailer. I'm going to drag it in here and blow it apart. I bought it used, and it needs a new deck on it. So I'm going to do same thing. While I got it apart, I'm going to redo all the frame, get rid of the rust, seal it up, POR it, and give it a paint job. I'm not sure. We might even go with another orange trailer. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I like to play with old square body Chevy pickup trucks. There's nothing we don't know about them. We've done enough of them. I've sold enough of them. And I'm just getting interested in this lawnmower culture, I guess you could say. Yeah. You might notice I kind of a little orange washers. When we put this deck back on, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the deck. But, you know, when you blow something apart, if you're going to do something right, take it apart and then reassemble it your way. And so rather than sink the screws down into the wood, we put the washers underneath the screws so it wouldn't pull down into the wood, but actually hold the wood. I think you get what I'm talking about. But yeah, we got a little bit of cleanup to do. I want to get this box cleaned up. It looks okay right now, but yeah, we'll get that part cleaned up. And maybe we'll give you some pictures of after we get the racks put on it with all the, This is stuff that I just have laying around. I mean, we got 3 or 4 weed whackers. I call it a chainsaw on a stick. Got one of those, and we got a little push mower. So I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. I'm not trying to go into business. I've been self-employed my whole life, so it's just a little something we're working on. But yeah, I'm really happy the way that this turned out here. It's a nice looking trailer, man. I like what I've done, or what we've done. Me and the boys. With the fancy wheels and the orange paint. When I bought this mower, the guy just happened to give me a couple of stickers, so I put those on there. Here we go. Yeah, bad boy stickers. I don't know. I would hope that Bad Boy be proud of this setup, but we'll find out this spring. We've done a couple other projects in the past that's gotten a lot of attention from people. We built a couple of Mustangs, and before you knew it, man, everybody in the neighborhood was buying Mustangs. Actually, we were the only ones that had a Mustang in our area. It's not to say that they didn't drive through once in a while, but nobody around here owned one. Then all of a sudden they just started popping up all over the place after we got through with those 2 Mustangs. There was a 2002, and then I had a 2008. And we just changed them up a little bit. And yeah, there you go. Excuse me. Yeah, we're going to be making more videos. I don't know. I think I'll probably show you how we do things here. Sometimes we have different ideas. Just give you an example. I had 2 boards in the deck of this trailer here up in the front. You see this front piece of angle there. You can't really tell, but one is folded into the other, so it's kind of sleeved along the front piece. And how we got the wood out is we just cut each end of that front piece. Lifted this top piece off here. This slides up out of there, and that's how we pulled it out. Got the deck off. But when we went to put it back in, we had a little bit of a bow. It was bowing upward and not going underneath. Wasn't allowing us to push the angle all the way down where it was supposed to be. So we took a porta power and a block of wood and a piece of metal. We just put the metal across here underneath the side rails and pushed that board down until we could weld that piece into place. And now it's all good. It's all nice and level. Just little things like that. Sometimes you run into things that you didn't anticipate, and you got to figure it out, man. And so that's what I'm all about, helping these boys learn how to figure things out and, fabricate, do some welding, put things together, even though it's snowing outside. But anyway, I hope you appreciate the video. It's not very informative. I'm just really basically showing you that this is kind of a finished product that we was working on. It took us about, I don't know, what did it take? About 4 or 5 days? Yeah, about 4 or 5 days, blow it all apart, clean it up, POR it, paint it, put it all back together. And, I would suggest that, if you buy little trailers like this, not so much on the big trailers. I think they put a little more effort into the bigger trailer, car haulers or gooseneck trailers, those kind of things. But these smaller, cheaper trailers, we could tell immediately the welding on the trailer was, it was really kind of, if you don't mind, chicken shit. So we redone a lot of the welds and, just glued her together just a little bit better that, and sealed it up from rusting. And that it might last, I don't know, 6, 8 years or something before we have to do it again. But a lot of these, 2, 3, 4 years, certainly by the 5th year, man, they're coming all undone, screws falling off, lights don't work anymore. So we soldered all our connections, straight tubed all the wiring, at the connections. I put the lights in here that, mount in the rubber grommets. They're just less hassle, man. You don't have to stop and play with them all the time. You just go. And that's what I like. I kind of learned that from the trucking business that I used to own in Minnesota. Trailers sitting around doing nothing have a tendency to just sit there and corrode themselves and come apart if they're not sealed up. Anyway, see ya, hasta la vista, you guys.
Hasta la vista.
Yeah, I think we're going to be out of here. Well, not out of here, but we got to polish our bench over there or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.